What's up, football fanatics? The summer transfer window is on fire. We've got huge breaking stories from across Europe. Liverpool are ready to smash the British transfer record for Alexander Isak, but Newcastle won't go down without a fight. Chelsea are on the brink of a £55 million return for Dortmund's Jamie Gittens, a rising star heading back to Stamford Bridge. And over at Manchester United, the Mbeumo deal is almost done. A £62 million Premier League beast is on his way to Old Trafford. This is the summer of bold moves, shocking bids, and historic signings, and we've got every angle covered. So buckle up, hit that like button, and let's dive into all the drama. Right now on your favorite transfer hub. Liverpool are willing to play the waiting game to land their dream striker, Alexander Isak, after a key preseason deadline. Their top target, Isak, just 25 years old, is proving tough to lure away from Newcastle, with the Toon Army prepared to make him the highest-paid player in their 132-year history. After securing Champions League football for next season, Eddie Howe sees Isak as essential, the heart of a project designed to make Newcastle a true powerhouse in English football. Howe hasn't been shy. He's spoken openly about tying Isak down to a new mega contract. Right now, he earns £120,000 a week, and his deal runs until June 2028. But here's the twist. Fresh talks? They haven't even started. And that sparked hope for rival clubs, including Arsenal, who now believe they could pull off a sensational swoop. According to Liverpool Echo journalist Paul Gorst, the Premier League champions are watching carefully. They're keeping tabs and waiting for a crucial date, June 30. Why? Because that's when the profit and sustainability regulations reset. That date marks the end of the financial year for most clubs, and keeping within that £105 million loss limit over 3 years is vital. Or risk points deductions. Now let's talk numbers. Isak was lethal again last season. 27 goals in 42 games, 23 of those in the Premier League. He even scored in the Carabao Cup final win over Liverpool, helping Newcastle end a 70-year trophy drought and securing Champions League qualification with a 5th-place finish. Newcastle smashed their transfer record to sign him, £63 million in 2022, and they've got no plans to let him go. But Liverpool? They're prepared to go big. Very big. We're talking about breaking the British transfer record, with Newcastle demanding £150 million for their Swedish superstar. With Darwin Nunez edging closer to a move to Serie A champions Napoli, Arne Slot is in the market for a new number 9. And Isak? He's the dream. If the deal doesn't happen, Liverpool could turn to Hugo Ekitike, João Pedro, or even Victor Gyökeres, a target for Arsenal and Manchester United too. And let's not forget, Liverpool have already spent over £200 million this summer. Bournemouth left-back Milos Kerkez was their latest signing. He joins Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, and goalkeeper Giorgi Mamardashvili, whose deal, although sealed last year, will count in this summer's accounts. All in, Liverpool's summer spending is already at a whopping £216 million. And yet, with pre-season still weeks away, Richard Hughes and Arne Slot remain calm. They've done their groundwork early, but they're ready. Because if Newcastle waver, Liverpool will strike, and Isak could be the final piece. Bryan Mbeumo is set to become a Manchester United player by the end of next week. Despite Brentford rejecting a second bid worth £62.5 million, the transfer is still expected to go through after Tuesday, as United enter a new financial year when the profit and sustainability rules reset on June 30th. That reset? It allows United to push Mbeumo's transfer fee into next season's accounts, giving them more flexibility without risking FFP penalties. The deal? Mbeumo will sign a 5-year contract, worth around £180,000 a week. But despite the buzz, United have not yet set a date for his medical. According to The Athletic, Mbeumo has informed both Brentford and Tottenham of his decision, and it's clear, he wants Old Trafford. And what a signing this would be. Mbeumo had an unreal season, scoring a career-best 20 Premier League goals, plus 7 assists. That's more league goals than any United player last season. Even Bruno Fernandes and Amad Diallo only managed 8 each. But Mbeumo isn't just about goals. He's a workhorse. Only 2 players in the Premier League covered more ground or attempted more sprints last season. He's one of the hardest-working wingers in the game. New United boss Ruben Amorim wants him in by preseason training on July 7th. And Mbeumo, he's ready. He's under contract at Brentford until June 2026, with an option for 1 more year. And yes, Arsenal, Newcastle, and Spurs were all previously linked. But now? This is a straight shot to Old Trafford. Spurs were interested, especially after hiring Thomas Frank, Mbeumo's manager at Brentford. But the winger has made it clear, if he leaves now, it's only for Manchester United. Reports of a Spurs bid have been denied, and they're no longer in the race. Weeks ago, it was even claimed that Mbeumo chose United over Arsenal, despite the Gunners offering Champions League football and a title-challenging project. Let's talk numbers. United's first offer? £45 million plus £10 million add-ons. Rejected. Second offer? £55 million plus £7.5 million bonuses. Still not enough. But now? Talks are progressing, and a compromise looks close. The Cameroonian forward missed time with injury last season but returned strong, and played in all 38 league matches. He's proven his fitness, his form, and his value. He'll miss a few weeks in 2025 due to AFCON in Morocco, but that's not stopping United from making their move. Since joining Brentford in 2019 from Troyes, Mbeumo has scored 70 goals in 242 games, helping the Bees rise from the Championship to the Premier League. And here's the big update. Funds are available. United can seal the deal without needing to sell first. Still, the club hopes to cash in on the likes of Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho, Jadon Sancho, and Antony in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, veteran goalkeeper Tom Heaton has signed a new 1-year deal, taking him into his 20th professional season. Mbeumo to United is happening, and it's a statement move. Stay locked in, hit that like button, and subscribe for more breaking transfer news because this summer, it's gonna be wild. Chelsea are on the verge of a massive move. The Blues are closing in on a £55.5 million deal to sign Jamie Gittens from Borussia Dortmund. Both clubs, currently in the United States for the Club World Cup, have been locked in talks for the past 48 hours. And now, an agreement could be reached as early as next week. Gittens, just 20 years old, is ready to return to Stamford Bridge, the club where he once came through the youth ranks. He's set to end his 4-year spell in Germany, and Chelsea are pulling out all the stops to bring him back. Initially, the Blues hoped to get the deal done for £50 million plus add-ons. But now, the fee has risen, and they'll pay £55.5 million to seal the deal. And here's what's wild. Chelsea have already spent a staggering £1.4 billion assembling this squad, but they're still not done. Club chiefs are desperate to secure the return of a player they once called their own. Reports say they've tabled a 7-year contract to tempt Gittens into a long-term return. This comes after a £42 million bid was rejected earlier this month. Gittens, who changed his name from Bino Gittens at his father's advice, has had a breakout season at Dortmund. Before the Club World Cup, he racked up 48 appearances, starting 34 of them, scoring 12 goals and providing 5 assists. And in October, at just 20 years and 75 days old, Gittens became the youngest English player to score against Real Madrid in the Champions League. He now joins the likes of Joe Bellingham and Liam Delap, players who were ruled out of the Under-21 Euros this summer. Yet despite those big-name absences, the young Lions are in the Euros final again, facing Germany on Saturday night, hoping to defend their crown. Meanwhile, back at Chelsea, defender Tosin Adarabioyo is full of praise for his teammate, and poster boy, Cole Palmer. The two were friends at Manchester City, even though Tosin is 4 years older. He said, "I banter him sometimes. Tell him he's a little superstar, but he handles it well. He's focused on football." And that's exactly the energy Chelsea want. Young, fearless, and focused. Gittens might just be the next superstar to light up Stamford Bridge. Lucas Paqueta could be heading back to where it all began. Sunsport can reveal that the West Ham midfielder and former Manchester City target is now dreaming of a return to his boyhood club, Flamengo. The Brazilian star, currently under investigation for alleged betting breaches, endured a tough season under new West Ham boss Graham Potter as the Hammers struggled to find form. Sources close to the 27-year-old say Paqueta believes now might be the time for a fresh start. And Flamengo? They're interested, if they can make the finances work. Despite West Ham being in no rush to sell, a fee of around £30 million could get a deal done, freeing up much-needed funds for Potter's squad rebuild at the London Stadium. But here's the question, can Flamengo afford it? Paqueta's bond with Flamengo runs deep. Just days ago, he posted an Instagram story of Flamengo's second goal against Chelsea in the Club World Cup, with the caption, "Isso é Flamengo." Translation? This is Flamengo. A clear message. His heart is still with his old club. If Paqueta leaves West Ham this summer, it might also reignite interest from Pep Guardiola, who came very close to signing him for Manchester City last year. Pep remains a big fan of Paqueta's talent and versatility. But this time around, the Brazilian might be more drawn to the comfort of home than the pressure of City's spotlight. And there's more. Paqueta is still under FA investigation over alleged betting violations. The charges? That he deliberately got himself booked in 4 Premier League games during 2022 and 2023. If found guilty, he could be facing a lifetime ban. But Paqueta has denied the charges from the start, and the case has dragged on since August 2023. His manager, Graham Potter, admitted just last month, it's taken its toll on him. Stress and pressure can show in different ways. Still, Potter praised the midfielder's conduct, saying he's handled it all really well. But even he admitted, the sooner this is resolved, the better for everyone. So what happens next? Does Paqueta return to Flamengo and restart his career in Brazil? Does Pep make one last push to bring him to Manchester City? Or does the investigation decide it all? One thing's for sure, this saga is far from over. The window is wide open, and the next moves could change everything. Will Liverpool break the bank? Can Chelsea land their prodigy? Is Mbeumo truly heading to Old Trafford? Only time will tell, but we'll be right here to bring you every twist and turn. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the transfer saga is just beginning. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.